Hello everyone, and welcome to another reading. And wow, what a day. I said the other day I felt like I needed new tarot decks because the energy was changing. And wow, it has changed. It just, for us in our own weather and things like that, it's pouring with rain. Winter has suddenly arrived. I'm having to shout over the rain. It's absolutely tipping down. The eclipse has kicked in. I did a reading on the eclipse from the Queen and Prince Charles's point of view, and it looked pretty shocking whatever was going on, but the real shock has come to the Harkles, not to the Queen and Prince Charles. Maybe shocking for them in the sense of ending certain things and making some very final decisions about the Harkles. Harkles not on the Jubilee balcony. News has just dropped. Harkles, of course, fought back instantly and said, oh no, we're going to be there. We can't wait to be there with our children. So there they are. They've shown up in the reverse. The Leo card, strength. One more shuffle. Cards are hopping around. I'm going to be doing a reading now. I've done one on the Harkles, how they feel about it. I'm going to keep shuffling a little bit. There it is. This card keeps coming up as well. Not surprised. But this reading, this 5-card reading, is going to be on the Royals. I want to know whose decision it was. I want to know how the Queen feels about this. I want to know how Charles feels about it, William and Princess Anne. She, allegedly, ostensibly, is the one in charge of the Jubilee arrangements. Be interesting to see if she's the one that comes up as the one who decided this. Somebody decided it. Somebody decided that had enough of all this game playing by the Harkles of the will they, won't they, will we or won't we, playing the Royals, decided, no, we're done. You're out, and the 3 of Pentacles has come up in the reverse. The you are out card. You are not part of the team. You are not working Royals. You do not belong with us. We will not have you there in those royal premises. It's a very royal looking building, that in the background where the workman is busy. 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You're out. You're not team players. We don't want you. Very clear. Royals' point of view. So whose decision was this? And deep breath. This is the same card that came out in the reading I've just done. Exactly the same card that came out when I was asking how Harry, why the Harkles are scrambling, how they feel about it, their response to it. The scramble to say, oh no, we're coming, was exactly this card. So it's linking the two readings very clearly. The 10 of Swords in reverse is not giving me a person. It's not giving me a person at all of who this was. I get this was a joint decision because we've got the 3 of Pentacles. Even though the 3 of Pentacles is in reverse, it's telling me Harkles are out. They're not working Royals. But the rest of them, I think this was a team decision. But we'll see. We've got the full cards to look at for very important individuals in this decision process. But there it is. It's the defeat, the ruin, the end for Prince Harry. The end for Prince Harry. There is a way back. There is a way back, just marginally, and the only way back is as a non-working royal. You can show up. You can show up at St. Paul's at the service. I think it is on the 3rd of June, where everybody else is going to be, and you'll have to take your seats at the back, and you won't be able to push the chairs aside to leap ahead of the Wessexes. You'll have to be way back, out of view, and just eat humble pie there, Harkles, quietly in the corner. That is the issue. It's normally the card that I ask, give me an indicator of the issue that we're reading on, and there it is. So it hasn't answered me, it's told me instead the two readings are very clearly linked through this 10 of Swords energy, this ruin that is facing Prince Harry now, that he has finally possibly seen, oh my, I am ruined. And now I need to scramble to recover my reputation. Me, personally, too late. That's just my opinion. And this, of course, is all my opinion and a tarot reading just for entertainment. But let us see how each of the decision makers, potential decision makers, well, they were the decision makers, how they feel about this. How does the Queen feel? She's been coming through as the Queen of Swords. She's thought about this. It's a taking stock card, the 7 of Pentacles. Really It's very interesting that it's a 7. We are 70 years. That is what the platinum, I can hardly speak, platinum jubilee is celebrating. She's looking at her 70 years. She's literally looking at her 70 years and saying, what have I achieved? What have I done? What am I celebrating? What do I want to be remembered for? She doesn't want to be remembered for that wretch over there who is bringing disgrace to the royal family. She wants her reputation. She wants those pentacles to be treasured and remembered. She wants those 70 years to be worth something. She wants to celebrate those 70 years without the trouble that he has brought into her life and the sorrow that he has brought into her life, because I have seen cards of sorrow in the readings that I have done. But so it's taken a lot of thought. She's not someone who makes quick decisions. She is, of course, a Taurus. She's not hasty. She's not wild. She's not. She doesn't make kind of knee-jerk declarations and things like that. That recollections may vary, very carefully worded. Very, very carefully, and as people said, it doesn't only cover now, it covers the future. So whenever Harry says, well, I did this and the Queen said blah, people can turn around to him and say, well, recollections may vary. Nothing that you ever say with regard to your relationship with the Queen or anyone else in the royal family will ever be the absolute truth, because recollections will always vary. So she is very shrewd in her own quite quiet and thoughtful way. So a lot of thought has gone into this before the hammer came down. Prince Charles. Prince Charles is a feeling that he is just can't deal anymore with the blows that are coming from Harry. The 7 of Wands is being able to defend yourself, push back against what is going on. We've got 2 7s here. Very interesting, because 7s are the pauses in action in the tarot, from the 6 where you've achieved harmony to the 8 where you start moving again in all of the tarot suits. But in Wands, he is feeling like he's overwhelmed. He can't defend himself against all these blows. He wants it to stop. He wants these attacks from Prince Harry to stop. And the only way, clearly, was to come out and say they are not welcome. They are not working royals. They will not be on the balcony. So that people can actually focus on what they're supposed to be focusing on, which is the achievement of the Queen over the past 70 years and longer, of course. But interesting that neither of these are action energies. These are thoughts and almost a giving up energy with Charles. Can't do it anymore. He's given up. He's given up on Harry. So William, what does William have to tell us? William was a decision maker in this 2 of Pentacles. William was the one juggling. William was the one saying, weighing the odds. Looking at the options carefully and saying, this is what we need to do in order to balance the situation, in order to fix the situation, where we need to put our energy, where we need to put our efforts. Also a kind of a thinking card, because the 2s are always about choices and decisions, and where you put your energy in the 2 of Pentacles. It's where you put your energy. What do you invest in? What do you prioritize? And so it's got to be the Queen, and it cannot be Harry and Meghan. It can't be forever running around trying to pacify Harry and Meghan. Interesting today that before this news dropped, out came a royal birthday wish for Archie, the invisible Archie, and that they don't do for all the other kids, and they don't do for the great-grandchildren, and they don't do even for the grandchildren. But for Archie, special, exemption made, and a very public happy birthday wishes to Archie, and then the news dropped. So it's strategically planned, all of this, obviously. But William is the one who I think said this is where our energy needs to go. We still haven't got someone who has actually been the one who put the hammer down. Is it Princess Anne? Yeah, I think so. I think it's Princess Anne because we got the Four of Swords, and this is the defeat card. And I think she's the one who said he's out. It's a prince. He is dead to them, basically. He is resting. He is retired from the fray in the Four of Swords. He has been defeated by those three swords. Those three swords are swords of betrayal. His own sword is out of action. There is the window into the royals, but he is in the chapel. He is laid to rest. He is finished. We don't want him around. He's too much trouble. We want him to be quiet. We want him to be out of the picture. Take him away. Let us focus on what we need to focus on. There's no big card here. There's no tower. There's no death or anything like that. This is a group decision. This is Three of Pentacles. This is two people here who are just really worn out. I get tired when I look at these cards. I actually physically feel like I need to sort of almost buckle, as if I can't deal with this anymore. Neither of them. William's saying, okay, we need to be seen to be even-handed. We've got the public we need to placate. We've got Harry and Meghan we need to placate. We've got the Queen we need to placate. There's all kinds of people. There's all kinds of vested interests. It's a thoughtful energy again. This to me, the Four of Swords, you're defeated, you're done, you're finished. Go away, have a long think. There's a lot of thinking energy in here. You need to go away and have a think about what you have done. You, Ten of Swords there, have a think about what you have done and where you are in relation to the royals and in relation to the British public, because you have offended the British public too, not just your close family, but you have offended the people whose tax money actually pays for you to trot about and spout off and think you're wonderful, and your wife. So that is it. Yeah, this took time and a lot of thought, and in the end I think this is Princess Anne energy, to me, coming through here as the most decisive, even though it's a card of rest and go away energy. It's not vicious. It's not vicious. There's nothing vicious in here, actually, interestingly. It's been done very carefully, very, very carefully. And I'm exhausted. Friday afternoon, very rainy, and yeah. Winds of change blowing for the royals and for the Harkles in particular. Wow. So thanks for watching. Buckle up. Bumpy ride, I think, in the weeks ahead.